everyone. You all are welcome to this lovely platform where we discuss about astrology, palmistry and spirituality. And I am your friend, philosopher, astrologer Shivam. So today we are going to discuss about this new moon which has just come into the sign of Cancer. On August of 8th, 2021, the new moon has entered into the sign of Cancer. So that means the sun and the moon are together at an equal degrees, and the Mercury, planet of communication, conduct, has also joined in, and this new moon has come into its own sign of Cancer and in the nakshatra of Ashlesha. So the sign of Cancer denotes your family, nurturance, emotions, and also your love. It is a time to activate your inner love. It is a time to reconnect with your loved ones. It is a time when you have to relax and take a back seat and enjoy your own company. It is a time to release all the negativity, all the unwanted emotions, and also releasing the toxic emotions. It's very important in this time period. Ashlesha Nakshatra is directly connected to the Nagas or the serpent of the Lord Shiva. So it's a very destructive and an aggressive form of nakshatra, but very intuitive. So this is a time when you have to trust your intuition, right? Some of you may feel very blocked with your emotions in this time period. And in this Ashlesha Nakshatra, it is all about releasing the toxic emotions and negativity and embrace your inner energy and love. And this snake or the serpent, which is the god of this Ashlesha Nakshatra, also denotes your Kundalini, the chakra energy. So it is also the base energy of your body. So it's a good time to practice all your rituals, connecting with your roots, understanding your intuition and growing along with it in this time period, right? And this new moon is going to bring in a lot of changes for everyone. So first of all, for this new moon, you have to release all that negativity, all the unwanted things in your life. And this new moon, you have to embrace your love. You have to experience that nurturance within your family. You have to activate your emotional side in this time period, because it's the sign of Cancer, right? Your loving emotional side. And this sign of Cancer in which the moon has come, the moon is pressurized by a lot of planets. Mercury coming along with it in Gandhanta, Saturn sitting opposite to it, and even the Ketu aspecting it. So in this time period, this new moon is very heavy, or is very, I would say that is very tight on some people. And you have to release all the unwanted negative emotions and overcome all your things in this time period. It's very important. And Ashlesha Nakshatra, as I've talked about, is also about your intuitive ability, is also about your intuition, is about your inner energy, is about making strategies, is about planning, as this nakshatra is ruled by Mercury, right? So for the ones working, and Ashlesha is also the poison as well as the antidote. So those of you who are working into healthcare sector or medical sector, again, it's a good time for you, right? And this new moon is all about releasing all the negativity and is all about embracing all the positive things. And this new moon is also a wonderful opportunity to pray to your ancestors in this time period. So praying to your ancestors, connecting with your ancestors is very important in this time period, this new moon. And it is the Shravan Masa, the month of Lord Shiva, when we pray to Lord Shiva to have all the best benefits in this time. So praying to Lord Shiva in this time period is also very, very benefic for everyone, right? So praying to Lord Shiva regularly is very, very important in this time period. And now I'll start with each one of the signs, starting with the sign of fire sign people. I'll be going to the water sign, and from the Aries sign to the sign of Pisces. I'll be talking about each one of the signs and what all changes this new moon is bringing in everyone's life, right? So hello everyone, hello. So starting with the fire sign people. For the fire sign people, this is a time when this new moon is coming in your 4th house, 8th house and your 12th house. Now what are the fire signs? The sign of Aries, the sign of Leo and the sign of Sagittarius. And mind you, here we are talking about the Vedic signs, right? Not the sidereal signs, we are talking about the Vedic sign. For you people, this new moon is bringing in a lot of changes. This new moon is all about setting yourself free. This new moon is all about embracing all the changes that are coming your way. And this new moon is all about connecting with your inner self. And make sure that you are aligning with your force, right? With your inner force. As the 8th house and the 4th house, 12th house are very active. So some of you might feel very disconnected with the outside world, might feel like staying at home or going to some place, isolated place. You can do that and may also experience unwanted resurfacing of past memories in this time period, or you may get in touch with people from the past you never want to talk with, right? So it is all a part of your journey, it is all a part of your healing journey. And I would say that this new moon is bringing in new life, lot of surprises and lot of growth for you people. And it's very important for you, each one of you, to connect with your family members in this time period. It's very important. All the fire sign people I'm talking about, it's very important for you to connect with your family members, your loved ones, connecting with your inner self. And if some of you are in this mood to go outside, to enjoy at some place or to roam around or to enjoy some time in nature, you can do that. It's very good for you, each one of you. And it's also a good time for the ones working into IT sector, ones related to your healing profession, I repeat it, healing profession, and also the ones who are into solving and counseling others, solving the problems of the others and counseling others. So you people will be benefited in this time period. And also the ones working into real estate, you will be benefited in this time period. And for the fire signs, it is very important for you this moon cycle to work upon your health. I'm repeating it again. It is very important for all you people to work upon your health in this time period, right? So keep a check on your health, start working upon your health in this time period. So best of luck to all the fire sign people. Now next we'll be talking about the earth sign people. Now what are the earth sign? The sign of Taurus, the sign of Virgo and the sign of Capricorn. For all the earth sign people, this new moon is strongly influencing your 3rd house, 7th house and 11th house. And mind you, we are talking about the sidereal signs, the Vedic astrology signs. And for you people, it is a time when you have to understand your connections with the people, when you have to work upon your relationships, right? It is a time when your public houses are getting activated, and connecting with your loved ones is very important for you, as you, some of you will be facing lot of trouble in expressing your emotions. Some may face lot of blockages in expressing your emotions. And I do see that for some of you it's a time of beginning of new partnerships, new ventureships, and also receiving gains out of it. And in this time period, make sure that you are not getting into arguments with your loved ones, with your, especially with your partner, life partner, with your close relatives or cousins. You're not getting into any kind of argument. Rather, just make yourself more at ease, right? Because your expression or your inner energy to express your emotions will be feeling bit blocked or will be feeling very bit low, on a lower side, right? So make sure in this time you are chanting the Om mantra. Sitting in the east direction, you are chanting the Om mantra. Chanting a deep breath in and chanting Om will be very, very helpful for you people. And it's a good time for the ones who are into writing profession, who are into journalism, who are into a PR agency or a marketing agency. You can do really well in this time period. And also setting new goals, new intentions, or projects that you want to take up. See, this new moon might give you a slow start, but after 2-3 days your things will pick up at a good pace, right? So in this time period it is mostly about releasing all the toxicity and embracing your inner energy. And also for the earth sign people, since the Rahu has been very active, so overthinking will always be a trouble for all you people, because Rahu is placing very strongly in the sign of Taurus, right? So you have to do everything out of passion, out of positive energy, but nothing out of greed, because this Rahu is really activating your greed in this time, right? So keep your energy very, very clean, very, very aligned in this time period. And in my opinion, things will be really good for you in this time. Just work upon your relations and emotions in this time. So best of luck to all the earth sign people. Now next, we'll be talking about the air sign people. Now what are the air signs? The sign of the sign of Gemini, the sign of Libra, denoting balance, and the sign of Aquarius. For all these three signs, this new moon is strongly influencing your second house, your sixth house, and your 10th house. It is a time when you can take your decisions related to your finances. It is a time when you have to draw new strategies related to your finances and family well-being. It is a time to be more service oriented, work oriented. It is a time to become disciplined, the air sign people, because most of you have not been disciplined, are not following any kind of routine or schedule, right? It's a time to follow a discipline in this time period. Your communication with your family will be very, very important in this time. Some of you may feel blocked with your words, with your communication for today and tomorrow. That is on the 7th, 8th and 9th. Some of you may feel very blocked with your communication. And it is a time to release all the toxicity of the past and embrace your new growth and abundance. Setting right kind of intentions in this time period will bring in a lot of positivity. As the Mercury is transiting to your third house from the sign of Cancer to the fire sign of Leo, it is also a time when you have to work upon speaking rightfully, when you have to work upon your connections with the outside world, when you have to work upon with your relations with people, and that will benefit you in the long run, right? And you will be planning really, really well in this time period. Just trust your intuition with the finances while taking decisions related to your profession. Just trust your intuition in this time period, right? Do not believe in words of anyone, but trust your own intuition, right? So Ashlesha Nakshatra new moon is also a time when you have to release all the toxic people from your life, from your inner circle, right? Ashlesha Nakshatra also denotes toxicity, right? Removal of toxicity, surfacing of truth in this time period. It's very important for all the air sign people I'm talking about. And also, most of you will be experiencing quite a lot of growth in your professional side. On your professional side, you will be experiencing growth. And I would say that some of you have been worried about your finances, about your, what's in store for the future. And I want to assure you that your growth and finances is going to be good. Even in coming days, it is going to be really, really good. So best of luck to all the air sign people. Now next, I'll be talking about the water sign people. Now what are the water signs? The sign of Cancer, the sign of Scorpio, the sign of Pisces. For all these three signs, it is a time when you have to work upon your personality, when you have to work upon your own self. It is a time when you have to accept all the things that is evolving around you, and you are someone who is growing as a person in this time period, emotionally growing and emotionally expanding yourself in this time period. And it's a wonderful opportunity to set yourself free. The more you'll set yourself free, the more growth, abundance and activation of talents you will experience in this time period, as your first house, fifth house and ninth house is activating, right? It is a time to learn new things. It is a time when you have to experience all the different things. It is a time when you have to be with open arms to accept what all things are coming your way, right? For all the water sign people, I'm talking about the sign of Cancer, the sign of Scorpio and the sign of Pisces I'm talking about. And it is also a wonderful time when you have to open your heart to people, right? Removing all that what is stopping you, taking you back, and opening up your heart for everyone, right? So experiencing that humanitarian love with everyone in this time period. And I would say that some of you may feel emotionally up and down in this time period. So what you have to do is you just have to meditate. You just have to release all the things, right? You just have to believe and trust your intuition in this time period. It's very important for all my lovely water sign people. And for the water sign people, it's very important to consume herbs and fresh things which are rich in water element. And it is for everyone. Consuming more juices, herbs and healthier food items during the new moons and the full moons is very important, as it is in the nakshatra of Ashlesha. So removal of toxicity from your life is very important. Leave behind the toxic relationships, toxic people and unwanted things, and embrace yourself. But and believe in self-care, your own believing in your own instincts is very important in this time period, right? So making sure that you are working upon yourself is very very important in this time period. And mind you, it is a very general reading, right? It all depends on the placement of the planets in your birth chart and what time you are going through, right? It all depends on it. And since the moon and Mercury and Sun all are together and Saturn is in opposition, so some of you may feel very blocked with your relationship and partnership side, right? And that's okay. It's a lesson in life, right? So make sure that in this time period you are engaged into self-love and self-caring activity. And in this time period, I believe that you will be growing, expanding and becoming a newer and a stronger version of yourself, right? So start with it, all the lovely water sign people. And for you, lighting white candles in the northwest direction of your house is very important to allow the positivity to come in this new moon, right? And also praying to your ancestors, especially the female ancestors, will bring in a lot of positivity in this time period to all my water sign of Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces I'm talking about, right? So best of luck to all these signs. Now I'll be starting with each one of the signs, starting from the sign of your Aries till the sign of Pisces. I'll be talking about each one of the signs, discussing that what all is need to be done and what all is to be followed for this new moon for every sign. So hear me carefully, right? So first of all, for the sign of Aries, for the Aries sign people, this is a time when you have to focus on your family, on your nurturance, on the well-being of your loved ones. It is a time when you have to bring in all the changes that you want to bring in your family life, right? if some of you are thinking of shifting your place in this time period, you can initiate it right in this time period. And also allowing your family members to have a say in your decisions in this time period. Moon and sun coming together, so mother and father coming together to have discussions that what all needs to be done in this time period. So it is important that this new moon you are praying to your male ancestors and also your female ancestors in this time period. And also those of you who are working into the business of real estate or the business of healthcare, you can initiate whatever you want to do. If anything has been taken a back seat, you can start it up in this time period. And since the moon and sun and Mercury are coming together, so some of you may experience some kind of struggle with your calculations, with your I would say that basic decision making, right? So not taking the decisions this new moon, but after 2-3 days you can take your decisions. And the lord of this nakshatra, the Ashlesha nakshatra, is in the transit, is at the Gandanta point. So yes, some of you may feel very gloomy, blurry in this time period, and make sure that you are doing your meditation. Some of you may even feel very heavy in your chest region, right, for next 2 days and even today. So you may feel very tight or heavy in your chest region. So make sure that you are chanting your mantras in this time period, because most of you have taken the readings from me. So you are chanting your mantras in this time period. You are taking milk bath in this time period, which will provide you with required optimism and easiness. It is all a time of self-care for all you people. So focus on your self-care in this time period. So best of luck to the sign of Aries, right? So next I'll be talking about the sign of Taurus. For the Taurus sign people, it's all about communication and connecting with your people around, right? So the Mercury has just the new moon will be influencing your third house, and third house is all about your courage, your plannings, your relationship with your close-knit circle, with your siblings, younger siblings, basically your relatives, and also your public communication. So in this time, some of you who are feeling very blocked with your communication, write down the points, journal your things in this time, and journal down all the positive things which you want to manifest, right? And repeating those mantras, those manifestations during the late night, lighting a candle in the east direction. I'll repeat it. So it's a very wonderful remedy. So write down all the 7 points, 11 points, or what you want to manifest, and repeating it 11 times in the east direction by lighting a candle, right? Be loud when you speak. Don't just be, oh, I want this, and thanking and having gratitude. Be loud with it, be confident with it, right? While speaking about it. And this is also wonderful opportunity when you can clear your head, because the north node placing in your first house has been keeping you too much worried about all the different things. And some of you are definitely struggling with your expression, right? And if anybody is willing to work along with you into partnerships, allow them to enter in, right? That will benefit you in this time period. And make sure that you are working upon your things and handling all your relationships with love and easiness in this time period, right? Feeling that connection from inside, right? And that love has to be very platonic, unconditional, and all from the heart, right? And speaking positively about everyone is important in this time period for all my lovely Taurus sign people. So best of luck to the Taurus sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the sign of Gemini, right? The sign of Gemini, the air sign of Gemini. For the Gemini sign people, this new moon is influencing their second house. the Kutumb Sthana or the house of family, family values, your assets, the movable and the immovable assets, and also your communication within your family, right? So this new moon, some of you experience quite a lot of may experience this urge to bring in certain changes related to your finances, may also feel this urge to reconnect with your loved ones, and it's a good opportunity to bring in all the changes that you want to bring in this time period, as the Mercury is shifting from the second house to the third house. So your plannings and strategies will be really good. Now you will again start to open up with the people around you, and now you will become more and more emotionally stable, and at least your public representation, your marketing, your strategies will work in this time period, right? And the moon placing in the second house is also about talking sweet, talking softly with everyone, talking sweetly with everyone. And this moon is aspected by Saturn. So never let the negativity or the rough behavior of the others dull your inner light in this time period. People around you will try to bring you down, but you have to hold your ground. You have to hold yourself in a positive and in a positive I would say on a you have to hold yourself on a with lot of positivity, on a higher ground, and not with that sense of ego or pride, but with a sense of self belief, and with a sense of having faith in the higher spiritual forces, right? Never feel that you are alone. Always feel that your life is made for higher purposes, right? And in this time period, I believe that most of you will be benefited when it comes to finances. And since your Mars and Venus are also in your third house, it is also a time when you have to be very practical. Along with everything, you have to be very, very practical, and make sure that you are avoiding all the stale, all the packed and preserved food in this time period, because that will cause you a lot of health issues in this time period. And for the Gemini sign people, it's very important to communicate your things in a right manner. Your communication is your key, right? So keep working upon it. And for the remedies part, focus on your throat chakra and speak positive of the others, right? And you will see all the situations changing in your favors, all the tables turning around in your favor, right? So best of luck to all the Gemini sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the water sign of Cancer, a wonderful, loving and an intuitive sign. So in this time period, for the water sign, it is a time when you have to work upon your personality. It is a time when you have to work upon your well-being. It is a time when you have to grow yourself into a grander personality. The moon has just entered in your first house. It is a time to propagate new ideas. It is a time when you have to align yourself for the higher goals. And for the Gemini, you have to avoid stale food, packed food, and all the dry foods, all the unhealthy options. You have to avoid that. And for the Gemini and for the sign of Cancer, you have to work upon your personality. You have to work upon your well-being. And it is a time when your personality will be expanding. You will be getting tons of opportunities in this time period. And since the moon and sun are coming in your first house, be decisive about everything, right? Be a decision maker. Do not delay your decisions in this time period. My lovely sign of Cancer. And since the Mars is staying very fiery in your second house, so watch your tongue. So you can be very rude in conversation with people. So watch out your tongue. Be soft, be gentle, be loving to everyone in this time period. And also, in my opinion, as the transit is happening in your first house, this new moon is happening in your first house. So some of you will exhibit a lot of moodiness in this time period, and make sure that you are setting yourself free. It does not have to be that you are resurfacing the relations or the toxic emotions of the past. It has to be that you are releasing all that toxicity in this time and maintaining a very stable kind of a temperament and an attitude in this time period to all my water sign people, right? And praying to Lord Shiva, that is simply chanting the mantra of Lord Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, will be very, very helpful. And lighting white candles will also be very, very beneficial for the water sign of Cancer. So best of luck to all the water sign of Cancer. Now next we'll be talking about the sign of Leo. For the Leo sign people, it is a time to sit back and relax. It is a time to travel. It is a time to be in your own company. It is a time when you have to connect with people of different cultures, of different races, or connecting with your inner self, and also connecting with your inner universe, right? It's very important, connecting with your intuitive abilities. So those of you Leo sign people who are working into the healthcare sector, who are working into the medical field, who are working into the IT field, they will be benefited in this time period, right, my Leo sign people. And also the counselors, the ones working as counselors, you will be benefited in this time period. This new moon is all about helping others, it's all about supporting others, right? And in this time period, some of the Leos might feel that they want to spend time alone, or they want to have a lone time. So you can do that in this time period. And also it is very important for you to sleep well, because your sleep might get disturbed for next 2 days, right? And you have not been sleeping well from past few days, past, I would say that from the past moon cycle, you have not been sleeping well, some of the Leo sign people. And mind you, here we are talking about the moon sign and the rising sign. Rising sign is more important, and next comes the moon sign, right? So you have to keep working upon your sleep, upon your well-being, and also connecting with your inner self in this time period, my lovely Leo fiery sign people. And keeping a check on your health, because the Lord of the first house is placing in the 12th. So keeping a check on your health is very important in this time period. Devote some time to your health, right, all my lovely Leo sign people. And watch out for your expenses. Your expenses might just boom up, right? So keep your expenses in check. And after this transit of Mercury, say from the August of 12th, you will become more decisive, more logical, more easy with everything, right? So best of luck to all the Leo sign people. Now next we'll be talking about the sign of Virgo, right? For the Virgo sign people, this new moon is strongly influencing your 11th house, that is the house of gains, house of friends, house of making connections, house of your multiplication, right? For you people, this new moon, you have to manifest multiplication, you have to manifest growth, you have to remove all the toxic people from your friend circle, right? Those of them who have been blocking your energy, just cut them off, right? Those who, I mean, with whom you feel that you are just out of compulsion or just out of, being with them, cut your ties with them in this time period, right? Otherwise, they will become more disturbing to you. And this is a time when you have to manifest your abundance, your multiplication of wealth, even multiplication in your relations, like increasing of your friend circle, increasing of your public circle in this time period. As this full moon, as this new moon is very active, in the 11th house. So make sure that everything, or even if you are spending money, that has to be with a very positive intention. I mean, having this intention in mind, that while giving money to someone, that okay, that this money should bring a lot of happiness, health, wealth, and well-being for the other person, right? And you will see that your own money, your own finances, your own financial condition is getting better with time, right? And I would say that it is also a good time to hear from your friends, to listen to your friends, what they want to say, to connect with them. And also, since the 11th house is very active, so listen to your elders, right? Elder siblings, or because the sun is along with it, the elder father like figure. Listen to them, talk to them, connect with them in this time period. That will benefit you in this time period. And since the Saturn in the opposition placing in your house of romance, your house of talents, is blocking a lot of energy. So some of you might feel very, uh, you know, you might feel as if you are not able to concentrate on anything. So that is fine. For you people, what you can do is that you can simply chant the Om mantra, and you can also light candle in the east direction, and you can look at the flame of the candle, looking at the tip of the candle, and feeling as if it is burning all your thoughts on the inside. So best of luck to all my lovely Virgo sign people, right? So best of luck to all the lovely Virgo sign people. Now next we'll be talking about another wonderful sign, the sign of Libra. Now for the Libra sign people, now Libra denotes lot of balance, lot of easiness. For the Libra sign people, this is a time when you have to work upon your progress, when you have to work upon your profession. It is a time when you can expect some kind of recognition, some kind of appreciation about your good doings. And also, since the Saturn is aspecting the 10th house, so you will be putting a lot of labor, into your work in this time period. And mind your tongue, because you may feel very disconnected with your family members in this time period. The balanced sign of Libra will be staying imbalanced when it comes to family, right? So be very balanced, thoughtful in your communication with your family members. Since the North Node is placing in your 8th house, the Rahu is placing in your 8th house, so it will be a time when spiritually you will be experiencing a lot of things, right? Some kind of mysterious knowledge, some kind of revelations will come to you, and you will also be developing a lot of intuitive ability in this time period. To all the air sign of Libra I am talking about. And some of you have been feeling very blocked and tight in your family life, right? So delaying any decision related to separation or moving out of your home in this time period, because that can prove to be fatal in this time. Rather, maintaining your safe distance in this time. Do not get into any kind of arguments at home in this time period, and make sure that you are doing all your prayers and meditations in this time period, because this new moon is all about the removal of toxicity, toxic emotions, unwanted people from your life, right? So make sure that you are releasing all that thing, and uh, allowing all the positivity, all the positive energy to come into your life in this time period, right? So best of luck to all the Libra sign people, and praying to Lord Shiva through the mantras will be very, very helpful to you. And while doing the prayers, focus all your energy onto your throat chakra, right? That is again a very important thing for you. So best of luck to all the Libra sign people. Now next I'll be talking about the water sign of Scorpio, right? For the water sign of Scorpio, This whole year has been an year of infusions, of disturbance. So make sure, so I'll repeat it for the water sign people. For the water sign of Scorpio, this whole year has been an year of disturbance, confusions, and unwanted incidences in your life, right? And you know, since the Rahu is placing in your seventh house, you have got unexpected, you know, I would say that unexpected behaviors, unexpected responses from the people around you, from your partners and the people around you, right? Life has taught you a lot of things this year, right? So embrace them all. Take it as a lesson in this time period. Since the moon is strongly activating your house of luck, house of spirituality, house of opportunities. So, offering your prayers to your ancestors, making donations in their name, will bring in a lot of prosperity and growth in this time period. So, make sure that you're doing that in this time period. Since the moon is placing in your ninth house, and ninth house is also the house of travels. So, traveling for the purpose of spirituality, relaxation, right, going to a retreat is very good for you in this time period. Going near a water body is very good for you. Going for a milk bath, going for moon baths is very good for you in this time period. To activate your luck, what you can do, a very simple remedy: applying milk to your body and then taking a bath and feeling as if it is cleansing your mind and your whole body in this time period, right? And for the water sign of Scorpio, your energy will amplify with all these remedies, right? And I would say that it is a time when your opportunities are opening up, when your things are streamlining, when your proposals, business proposals will be working, when you're professionally you will get better in this time period. But the key about everything is that you have to stay practical all the time. You have to stay practical all the time. My lovely water sign of Scorpio, I'm talking about, right? You have to be very practical, because some of you are very emotional and you do not leave any past negative incidents very easily, right? Let it go. Let all the toxicity flow out, because the moon is in its own sign of nurturance of Cancer and in the nakshatra of Ashlesha, denoting the serpent or the snake. So, which denotes removing all the poison, which also denotes the activation of your Kundalini, right? So, doing yoga practices to activate your Kundalini in this time period, that will be very, very helpful to you. So, best of luck to all my water sign of Scorpio. So, next we'll be talking about the fire sign of Sagittarius. For the Sagittarius sign people, this new moon is bringing in a lot of changes in their life, right? You have to be very accepting of the changes that are coming your way. As this new moon is coming in your 8th house, right? It is a time when you have to shed your old self and embrace your new self in this time period. It is a time when you have to leave behind all your fears, phobias, and doubts, and focus more on the positive things around you. And it is a time when you may feel emotionally very, very blocked. When it comes to emotions, you may feel very blocked for this new moon, and you have to let it go. Let it go with a lot of ease. Let it go with a lot of let it go all the negative energy, and feeling your inner positivity in this time period, my lovely, lovely Sagittarius sign people, because you are the real seekers of the truth. And some of you will be having unexpected gains out of nowhere, and because the 8th house will be staying very active in this time period. For the fire sign of Sagittarius, the 8th house will be staying very, very active in this time period. And it is important to donate the things related to the moon, like donating milk or offering help to older women, right? Or you can pray to your ancestors, pray to the female ancestor like the mother, the grandmother, or the female lineage will be very, very helpful. Making offerings in their name, right? So that will be very, very helpful for the fire sign of Sagittarius. And also for the fire sign of Sagittarius, you do not have to take any financial decision for next 3-4 days. Delay all the financial decisions that you are about to take in this time period, and make sure that for the fire sign of Sagittarius, make sure that you are staying very calm, easy and composed, because for some of you, as the Ketu is placing in your 12th house, so some of you are very, very evolving with your spirituality, with your thought process, and new questions popping up in your mind, and you are looking for answers, right, in this time period. And it is also a time when you will be getting your answers through your journey, right? So best of luck to all the fire sign of Sagittarius. Now I'll be talking about another sign of Capricorn. For the Capricorn sign people, this is a time when your 7th house has been very active, a house more related to your public relations, more related to your partner, right? A house related to exhibiting love, right? So it is a time when you have to allow positivity into your relationships, when you have to set aside all the toxicity, all the unwanted arguments or the unwanted incidences that happened in the past, and focus more on what can be done now, or how you can align your life better in this time period, as this is a time when you will be more, as some of you will be feeling very, very blocked with your emotional contact, with your expression, when you will be more focusing when you will be more focusing on what is to be done in practical life. But it is a time to take some break for your personal relationships, right? Because the Saturn placing in retrogression in your first house along with Pluto can also make you rough at times, right? So make sure that you are also embracing or also allowing your emotional side to stay active. You're also embracing all the different kinds of energies which are more related to emotions, love, empathy, right? And you are more focused on the humanitarian aspects of things rather than being focused on just on the practical things. For you people, I also see beginning of new partnerships, and through the partnerships, although it may start slow, but with the partnership you may also have gains over the period of time, right? So you may have certain kind of gains, financial gains over a certain period of time. So this is what is in store for all the earth sign of Capricorn. And next I'll be talking about the sign of Aquarius, and mind you, here we are discussing about the Vedic signs, the sidereal signs, not the western tropical signs. We are discussing about the Vedic sign. For the Vedic sign of Aquarius, for the Aquarius sign people, this is a time when spiritually you have been evolving. This is a time when your personality has been growing in this time period, and it is a time when your life force will be activating. And this new moon is all about serving others, is all about helping others, is all about having a feeling of love and gratitude for everyone around you. And this full new moon, make sure that you are visiting old age homes, you are donating something there, you are engaged into any kind of social act, or you are going to help someone in this time period. That will bring in a lot of life and positivity in your life in this time period. And since the 6th house is also your house of diseases, house of routine, and also the house of hidden enemies. So how you can tackle all of them? By praying to Lord Shiva, setting a right kind of routine in this time period, right? And also consuming water rich things like juices, fruits, consuming herbs is very important for you in this time period, and also lighting incenses like the jasmine incense, the sandalwood incense will also bring in a lot of positivity for each one of you, right? So I'm talking about the sign of Aquarius. And for the Aquarius sign people, since the Jupiter, the Lord of Abundance, is very active in your first house, so yes, all your humanitarian behavior will pay you well. And it's a very good time for the people working into social sector, for the people working into government sector, or who are working into NGOs or help groups. It's a very good time for all you people, and you people will be growing, booming in this time period. And also the ones working into the finance sector, you will be benefited in this time period. Since the moon is coming into the sixth house, it is very important to clean your stomach and your colon health in this time period. So drink, consume things that clear your body much more, right? See, it's not just about the cleansing of the mind, it's also about the cleansing of the body, right, which is much required. And make sure that you are setting right kind of intentions, helping people, supporting each other. That's very important in this time. Without any kind of intention, without any kind of thing that you will get something in return, right? The intention or the help has to be unconditional, without any ifs and buts, without any riders, right? So it has to be from your heart, and you will see that all the things are flowing towards you, right? So best of luck to all my sign of Aquarius, to all my lovely Aquarius people. Now next, I'll be talking about the sign of Pisces. For the water sign of Pisces, this is a time when you have to work upon your spirituality. This is a time when your house of talents is activating. This is a time when the house of love is activating. The more you engage yourself into spirituality, self-love, you will experience that people are are getting attracted to you in this time period. And since your fifth house is activating, it is also about nurturing your love relationships, right? So you focus more on your love relationships, and also focus more on learning new things, right? That will also bring new kind of activation. Since the fifth house is ninth from the ninth house, so that is also the house of Purpunya. That is the past life good deeds of the past, right? So and doing prayers and meditations will also remove your blockages of the past karmas, of the past lives also in this time period. So doing your prayers and meditations, especially during this new moon, and making donations will help you get rid of the past life blockages, right? And since your water sign moon has been very active, and the lord of it Jupiter is placing in the 12th house, so anyhow spiritually you have been growing in this time period. Spiritually you have been growing in this time period, and make sure that you are aligning yourself in the right direction with the right kind of people, and releasing all your blockages from the heart. Focus on your heart chakra, right? The central heart chakra, and chanting and it is called the Anahat chakra, right? Why it is called the Anahat chakra? Because it directly connects with the Anahat nerve, right, which connects with your heart, and it starts from the throat and it moves till your heart, and that is a nerve which is controlling the chi energy or the kundalini energy of your heart chakra, right? So and that this is the only chakra which gets activated through unconditional love by being a yogi and by carrying an energy of self-love or humanitarian love. So it's all about love. Basically, all the Sufi saints, they had a very active heart chakra, right? So this is why they were so connected with the God, they were so connected with the higher spiritual forces, and now it is your time to connect with your heart chakra. So simply chanting Om Yam, 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 simply chanting Yam, Yam, Yam will open up your heart chakra in this time period. So best of luck to all my Pisces sign people, right? So this new moon is bringing in lot of growth and abundance for everyone, and this new moon is all about your new starts, new relationships, and removing all the toxicity from the past and aligning with your inner self. It is very important to set the right kind of intentions every new moon. It is very, very important for each one of us. And for the remedies part, what you can do is, now listen to the remedies very, very carefully. I'll be telling about each one of the remedies that can be done this new moon. If you do not know your sign, Vedic sign, anything, no problem. Just hear my remedies very carefully. First of all, as it is a Savan new moon, right? So praying to Lord Shiva is very important this new moon. Simply chanting the mantra of Lord Shiva, simply chanting Om Namaha Shivaya, Om Namaha Shivaya, Om Namaha Shivaya is very important for each one of you. And connecting with your inner self. I mean, just for some time, forget your problems, your relationships, and all the things around you, right? Just focus on the energy and your inner flow and start chanting this mantra, right? Praying to your ancestors, making donations in their name is going to be very, very helpful in this month. Taking milk bath before your prayers, taking milk bath will be a very healing activity for everyone. Just add some milk to your water or sandalwood to your water and take a milk bath. And those of you who have been feeling as if they are struggling with their relationships, with their love life, or with their intimacy, right? What you can do is you can just add pinch of turmeric to your water. So, and you will see a lot of optimism and positivity into your relationship, and continue this till the next new moon, right? And even if you do it for 2-3 days, you will see the difference in everything, right? So try this activity in this new moon. And also what you can do is you can simply, during the late night, you can simply sit for meditation and chant the Ashlesha mantra, which is very important, and I am giving this for the first time, so hear me out very carefully. The simple mantra for it is Om Gam, G-H-A-M, Om Gam Ashleshai Namaha. I'll repeat it. Om Gam Ashleshai Namaha. I'll repeat it. Om Gam Ashleshai Namaha. Om Gam Ashleshai Namaha. Om Gam Ashleshai Namaha. And this will bring in a lot of positivity, lot of optimism, and you will feel that all the obstructions, the mental obstructions, the physical, the obstructions in your work are being removed by simply chanting this mantra for 5-7 minutes on the new moon. Those of you who are having any kind of blockage with their opportunities, who are feeling as if they have given interview somewhere and it is not clearing out, or those of you who are feeling you're not getting the right kind of deal, any obstruction, you can simply chant this mantra during the new moon for 5-10 minutes, and you will see amazing results, right? Amazing results, I would say that. So start with it in this time period. And yes, donating in the name of your ancestors is very important this new moon. It is very, very important. So this new moon is all about releasing all the toxicity, all the negativity from you, and is all about embracing love, nurturance, family well-being, growth, abundance, and spending time with your loved ones, right? So I hope that all you people must have enjoyed my reading, and I'll be saving this reading for now, and you can also watch this reading on my YouTube channel, Astropenetia. And now I'll be saving this reading. So those of you who wish to book a reading with me, you are always welcome, right? You can directly send me a message, or you can send me an email, and then we can schedule a reading. So God bless you, all my lovely people. Have a very lovely day, have a very blessed night, and do all the meditations and remedies for this new moon. So best of luck to all. God bless you. Bye bye.